many issues that are rampant within our community. As an educator, I believe that it is my duty to bring those kind of topics forward. It was more so of an education work than trying to promote divorce. Kids that come from stable families tend to behave or to work better than those who come from broken families. Unfortunately, that's a reality.
Regards to the your book, right? Because I know you're also an author as well.
Right, yes.
So what is the translation of the title of your book in English? We have it
Okay.
in French, but
Yeah, the book is in French and it's also in English. It's The Rocking Force of Divorce.
The rocking
wow.
force.
The rocking force of divorce, meaning divorce can rock you in so many
Oh,
ways. So,
rocking. Okay.
rocking force of divorce. It is available online on Amazon, so you can find it on.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes. Well, that's a pretty controversial title.
absolutely.
What was the inspiration behind this book?
Yeah, the inspiration. Maybe I will go back to the title first because you mentioned that. The
Mm-hmm.
title of the book, I was doing my writer's job, which is to create awareness. And in order to create awareness, you need to bring some flavor to it. If
Yes.
you so I usually say that if I say a dog beat someone at the corner of the street, that is business as usual. That can happen. But if tell you someone beat a dog at the corner of the street, you will wonder what happened, and you're probably going to get out to go see what truly happened. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I came to bring, some awareness with the title of the book by writing with La Force de Divorce, or the rocking force of divorce. Many people will come and ask, how is divorce is a force? And just by asking that question, that brings them to give some attention to the work that I did. And that was the idea behind it. Now, to the book itself, why did I write a book about divorce? I'm a community leader, as we've been saying at the beginning, and being a community leader and an educator, I believe that I have a work to do in the community that I am into or that I help leading. And as such, I believe that there are many issues that are rampant within our community that or less often talked about. And as an educator, I believe that it is my duty to bring those kind of topics forward.
Okay. So, in regards to the book, how has been the buzz around the book in the community? Are people receiving it, or is it causing controversial conversations when you're, doing your book signings and you're in the community as well?
I would say a little bit of both. At the beginning, it started with controversies, and many people did not even want to associate with that. But as I started being invited around in many states and cities around the country, people get to understand through the intervention that I had that it was more so of an education work than trying to promote divorce, as the title tend to infer.
Okay.
Okay.
Why should someone read the book? What is your sales? What's the pitch for the book? Because the title is interesting, but now what if someone's like, well, why should someone read the book?
Yes, by starting reading it, you understand that it's a book that you need. Because personally, an experience that I lived, and I know that it's not a fun experience in the community. And again, as a community leader, I understand that many families in our community go through that, and I can speak of that as about that as an educator. In the classroom, many kids or the kids that come from stable families tend to behave or to work better than those who come from broken families. Unfortunately, that's a reality that I live as as an educator on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I believe that it was necessary to address that within my community. And going around now, people get to understand better that, it is something that you need to pay attention to and probably get a copy and sit down. And if more questions, I'll be happy to come around.
Okay.
Okay. All
Awesome.
right. So the book addresses how divorce affects kids, and also, like, can you tell us like maybe two or three topics that the book addresses? Because I know it's gonna help like parents if people are going through divorce. Your book is a good reference as coaching, right? To help them to relate and pay attention to their kids. Because that's
Absolutely.
Yeah.
so. What else? What other points would you say that are like good teaching points that someone going through that would benefit from the book.
Yes, the book talks about divorce in general, and again, it's not 100 and something pages, which is makes it not an encyclopedia.
Mm-hmm.
And you understand that it doesn't touch on all aspects of divorce, but I believe that it is, a conversation starter, and that was the goal of my book. And it talks about the causes, the consequences of divorce, and also talks about the difficult topic of child support, and finally talks about many immigrants having to leave America, abandon the American dream because of child support, for example.
Right.
So again, it goes from the divorce, the causes of divorce, to the consequences, and then all other aspects around the topic of divorce.